Hello, everybody. Good morning. This is Miss Alvarez-Muñoz. I'm just here to give you a short instructional video on the metronome. What is a metronome? Why do we use a metronome? And how we can use it. A metronome, if you're just looking at my screen here, is a device used by musicians that marks time at a selected rate by giving a regular tick. Musicians are so in need of metronomes sometimes. It's important for us to use them to not only to better our playing, but to better the playing of those around us. If I were playing in an orchestra and my conductor gave me a certain tempo or speed to play, it would be my job to be able to play it at that tempo because everyone else is going to be practicing it in that way. And it's important for me to be a good team player by practicing with the metronome. I have an app right here just on my phone. I think this one I got was free, but what I can do is I can just make the number go higher or lower. I know it's backwards for you, but this says 95, and you can hear this steady beat. It's just going back and forth, back and forth. And what I could use that for is say I'm learning a song or say I'm learning how to play something. That'll give me that steady beat to be able to practice it to the best of my ability. Let me just show you here on the screen. Metronomes look in very different ways, lots of shapes and sizes. The one over here has a sort of pendulum that goes back and forth, something that ticks back and forth. You might even have one at home, maybe a relative or a sibling, or maybe even you have taken piano lessons or music lessons and you might have one of these lying around the house. Take a look and try it out. I also have a little battery operated one, and what this has in common with the one on the screen is that it has something for us to look at too. Feeling the steady beat and hearing the steady beat is important, but it's also important for us to be able to see it. If we have, say, a conductor in front of us keeping a steady beat, we'll need to be able to pay attention to that as well, so all of us can play together. They also come in different sounds. They might sound a little different, but they all give us that steady beat that we can play our music along to. The way for you to practice using a metronome, you can just go here on Google, and I'm just typing in metronome, and it's the first thing to pop up on the screen. Do you see it there? It says 100, but what if I change the number? I just toggled this back and forth. I can go higher or I can go lower. I'm going to put this at 60. Let's see what 60 sounds like on the metronome. Do you feel that steady beat? It's easy. You can clap to it, snap to it. Yeah, it's really comfy. It's a comfy, steady beat. 60 of these happen in the course of a minute. 60 BPM. That's what BPM stands for. Anyone know of 60 other things that happen in a minute? That's right, 60 seconds. 60 of these, just like seconds, can go around like a ticking clock and take one whole minute to go all the way around the clock. 60 of these. What if I were to say move it up to 120? You can use the plus or minus, or you can just bring that back and forth. But 120, let's hear what that sounds like. It's a lot faster. Can you keep that steady beat? It's a lot faster. It's really cool. But we can use the metronome by figuring out what certain tempos sound like, or we can use it to maybe figure out what a song we like sounds like. I'm just going to pull up the Eucharist song. This is what the second graders have been learning with me for their Holy Communion. Let's hear what this sounds like. Can you feel that steady beat? I'm sure you can tell already by the steady beat, this song is pretty quick. Even though the rhythms that the singer is doing might be slower, it's pretty quick. We can figure out by tapping on a metronome that steady beat. That's how we can figure out tempos of all the songs that we know. It's really awesome, and I hope you enjoy, and I hope you get a chance maybe between now and this weekend to take a look at the metronome. You can always look on Google. You can just Google metronome, and there's one right there on the screen, and you can play around with it. I hope you enjoy. See you soon.